Hello, I'm Michael Home. I have had YouTube channels before, but nothing like this one. This is probably quite unique because what I intend to do is to tell a story in the form of poems. The poems will be in chronological order regarding the events that they cover. They may not have been written at the time of the event, so somewhat retrospective. The stories are basically the poems, rather. They're basically about my life and how it didn't start till I was about 45 years old. So I'm 53 now. Many people have hard times. I know some people's lives are so desperately sad that they should be bringing tears to your eyes when you hear about people's plights and what people have to go through. So at 45, when I became me, when I grew up, I started writing poems that were more to do with psychology, not just how I thought, how we all think. I'm a firm believer in the individual. I shun groups. I think groups basically cause conflict, and that's quite evident, isn't it? So I promote the individual. The only way to promote the individual is to is to suggest people don't identify with things or join groups, have group affiliations and patriotism, all the rest of it. Just be the individual. And my later psychology, which is in a couple of non-fiction books, is basically about that. It's nothing clever. It's nothing new. It's like Jesus Christ said, "The kingdom of heaven is within." Well, the identities are outside, aren't they? And Buddha said about not having attachments. The same thing, basically. Even the founder of Scientology, L. Ron Hubbard, said all the love you'll ever want and find and need is within you, and it always has been, always will be. Some of these quotes I'm saying now and more are on my website, which is www.michaelhome.com. It's got another name. It's www.thereallalong, all one word, thereallalong.com, because it's there all along. I found that out at 45. Sadly, some people don't. And there's some dangerous people who've never grown up. It's so common. So my channel, to begin with, is a story, my story, and it's in the form of poems. I have an old copy of my complete verses back to front there, I think. Yeah, my this is an old copy of my complete verses, but I've done about 600 poems. So I had a difficult childhood, and I'm not just saying that. Everybody says that, but I was abandoned by my mother and left to be brought up by my dad, and he practically never spoke to me. So that happened at 8 years of age, and so for 10 years I lived with a father, or just a father who didn't parent me, didn't speak to me. Brother didn't either really, and I, that that made me very unprepared for the workplace, having been to university, and very unprepared for the workplace. And my second job was in a commercial software house, quite cutthroat, VG Data Systems. Apart from drinking lots of alcohol at the time, and I'm talking the early 90s, I used to go fishing. It was a bit of an escape. I went fishing at Lymm Dam. So I'm going to start my story having given you the notion that I'd got problems, like many of us, I'd got problems too. And before resigning from this job and ending up under the care of a psychiatrist, I would sometimes go fishing. Poems, Lymm Dam. Lymm Dam. With sun rays falling like golden sand from an hourglass, I'm hurrying home. I eat at indigestion speed and change office togs for denim, finishing my coffee as I wriggle my old Doc Martens on. I'm soon by the lake, alone, but not viewed as lonely. The garden shift over, birds amass, always something to upset Mrs. Blackbird. At the same time, a duck tears open the lake. I'm waiting for a bite, peeping at a red float. Robins dancing round the bait box, sparring like a boxer, featherweight. I move it closer and pretend not to watch, then curse. As I am watching, I miss a bite. My heart changes gear. I'm suddenly aware of my breathing, watching the rings round the drying float as it plunges again, only to be catapulted faster than my stomach sinks behind me. And I look at the knot puzzle in the rhododendrons. Robin darts off, mouth lined with maggots. I smile. He'll be back. And this is living. That's a nice poem. I wrote that over 20 years ago. Anyway, this is the end of the first video. I hope you follow my channel. It's going to be great. This is going to be an exciting channel. Thank you. Bye.